Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Astrology with Ninad. Mars, the commander in chief of all planets, will be leaving its exaltation sign Capricorn and it will enter Aquarius on April 7 and it will stay in Aquarius till May 15. So, this is a very important transit that is happening, and we need to analyze the effect that it will have on all the 12 signs. My predictions are mainly based on your moon or ascendant sign as per Vedic astrology. If you don't know those signs, I recommend going to a online Vedic birth chart calculator, plugging in your birth details and finding out those signs. For anyone that is confused between these signs, moon sign predictions have an impact on the mind and emotions of a human being, while ascendant sign predictions have an impact on actual physical events in life. Hope that clears if there is any confusion. So, I have posted the timestamps in the description box below. You can click on the timestamp that corresponds to your moon or rising sign and watch accordingly. So without any further delay, let us take a look at what the impact will be on each of the 12 signs for this important transit of Mars to the second sign of Saturn, which is Aquarius. For my Aries friends, Mars is the ruler of your sign. It is the ruler of your ascendant or moon sign, and it will transit to the 11th house. One of the best placements for any planet. Your long-term wishes might slowly start getting fulfilled. Your goals, your desires, your ambitions. No one will be able to stop you from achieving those. You might start seeing gains from multiple sources of income. Your respect in society will start increasing. You might get a possible job promotion, a salary increment, or a bonus. Also, your co-workers and bosses will start recognizing your hard work. They will start applauding you for the effort that you have been putting in your workplace. Also, your relationship with your elder siblings might start getting better. There might be more harmony and peace in your relationship. From the 11th house, Mars will aspect your second house, and that aspect will fall on the sign Taurus. Taurus is a neutral sign for Mars, so slowly you might see gains in your bank balance. Your money flow will start increasing. You might spend some happy moments with your family members. Your communication skills will be very powerful. Everyone will start to notice you. The way you speak will be very charismatic. From the 11th house, Mars will also aspect your 5th house, and that will fall on the very friendly sign Leo. So, if you're single, then suddenly sparks might fly and love and romance might be in the air, because Mars will directly aspect your 5th house of love and romance. So if you're single, you can definitely be hopeful that something might fructify for you. If you have any children, then your relationship with them will become very peaceful. They will start respecting you more. If you had invested in the stock market before, then you might start seeing some gains. Also, your thinking ability will be very strong. You will be able to make very sound decisions. From the 11th house, Mars will also aspect the 6th house. But that aspect will fall on the enemy sign Virgo. So that is where you need to be slightly careful, is not to ignore any health issues. If any health issues arise, then make sure to get proper treatment at the proper time. Also, try not to be sluggish in your daily work routine, because you might feel a bit lethargic. So try to get that inner motivation, and you will naturally enjoy your daily routine. You will naturally be more successful in your work. This would not be the time to take on any new loans. This would not be the time to pursue any court cases because of the enemy aspect of Mars on your 6th house. Also, be watchful of any enemies as they might try to harm or do something behind your back. So, just be alert and aware. But overall, this transit of Mars to your 11th house is looking excellent. So, I hope you make the best use of it. For my Taurus friends, Mars will be transiting to your 10th house. That is where Mars gets directional strength. It becomes Digbali, meaning very powerful. It is now in its element. So, if you are feeling stuck in your workplace, like you were not getting the growth, not getting the promotion that you deserve, then slowly things might start changing. If you are unemployed, then it would be the perfect time to keep giving interviews, keep applying to jobs, and eventually you can land a very good job due to this placement of Mars. Also, those people already employed in a good company and you are already having good progress, then this transit of Mars will help you to make even more progress. You will start climbing the ladder very easily. Your bosses will start appreciating you more than your other co-workers. So this transit of Mars is looking to be very auspicious. From your 10th house, Mars will be aspecting your 1st house. And that will be on your lagna, on your body, on the ascendant. And since Mars aspect will be on the neutral sign, Taurus, it will make you very dynamic. It will make you very goal oriented. It will bring out your leadership skills. You will start to be very bold in your decisions. You will not back down from anything. You will be very upfront and to the point. And people will appreciate that about you. So, Mars aspect on your lagna will increase your courage. Your aura will start shining. You will be like the radiant sun. From the 10th house, Mars will also aspect your 4th house. That will be the direct 7th aspect on the friendly sign Leo. And since Mars is the natural significator of real estate and 4th house is related to real estate, there is a good chance that some people might engage in buying a new house. There's a chance some people might sell their house, or they might buy new furniture to decorate their newly bought house. Some people might also buy a new vehicle, a luxury dream car that they always desired. If there were any strained relationship with your mother, then slowly things might start improving. You will start respecting your mother more. Your mental peace will increase. If there were a lot of stress in your life, then slowly that stress will start to go down and you will start to feel more peaceful. From the 10th house, Mars will also aspect your 5th house. But that aspect will be on the enemy sign Virgo. So you have to be careful with your investments, like the stock investment or cryptocurrency. Those kind of things you have to be careful. Try not to take any shortcuts or you might face losses. If you have any children, then try not to get into arguments with them, or that could lead to misunderstandings. Also, try to think 10 times before making any important decision, because the fifth house is related to decision making. So do not take any rash decisions because of this aspect of Mars. Mars is a very hasty planet. So try not to make any decisions in haste. Otherwise, you might face losses and regret it later. But overall, the transit of Mars to your 10th house is looking to be exceptional, and you're going to benefit in a lot of ways, like I mentioned before. For my Gemini friends, Mars will be transiting to your 9th house in the Trikon Stan, in the trine house. So you can expect a lot of progress in spiritual or religious matters. Your inclination towards these things will start increasing. Your luck and destiny will start supporting you more. Also, the 9th house is related to higher education. So those students who are pursuing their PhD or master's program, and especially in a foreign land, you will benefit a lot from this transit. Mars will give you the passion. You will become very dynamic. You will become very goal oriented. And you will put in a lot of hard work and effort in whatever field you are in. And you will achieve good academic progress. If you're into any teaching type of field, if you're a professor in a university, then also this transit will benefit you, and your students will applaud and praise your teaching skills. From the 9th house, Mars will be aspecting your 12th house, and that aspect will fall on the neutral sign Taurus. So as we can see, both the 9th and the 12th houses are getting activated. So it would be a good time for those students wanting to pursue higher education in a foreign land to start applying for admissions. Also for those people wanting to relocate to a foreign country in regards to their job, they might have good success as well. Your expenses might increase, but they might go towards something that you enjoy. Because Taurus is a sign ruled by Venus, the planet of luxury, the planet of enjoyment, the planet of love and romance. So you might spend some money on these things. Finally, from the 9th house, Mars will be aspecting your 3rd house. And that will fall on the friendly sign Leo. Now, 3rd house is mainly related to your communication. So, those people employed in a communication type of field, such as advertising, marketing, sales, politics, you will benefit from this aspect. Your communication skills will become very powerful. Even those people in a written communication type field, such as journalism, media, this will be very auspicious. Your courage will increase. You will become very dynamic. You will not back down at anything. You will start putting in a lot of hard work and effort. If you're employed in a job or if you're a student, you will put in so much effort that nothing can stop you from succeeding. Short distance journeys might also benefit you a lot due to this friendly aspect of Mars. And the final aspect will fall on your 4th house, and that will be on the sign Virgo. But Virgo is an enemy sign for Mars. So you have to be slightly careful if you are employed in the real estate business, or if you are running a business of buying and selling vehicles, then you might face a bit of loss in this time. because of this cruel enemy aspect of Mars on your 4th house. If you are in the market to buy a house, or if you are planning to sell your house, now is not the time to do that. You have to delay that a bit. Try not to get into arguments with your mother, or that could lead to misunderstandings. Your work stress might increase a bit around this time. Your stress levels might become a bit higher. So yoga, meditation will be very beneficial for you. So overall, the transit of Mars is looking to be solid because Mars will be finally entering your 9th house from the 8th house. And 9th house is one of the most auspicious houses in a birth chart. So I wish you all the best. For my Cancer friends, Mars is a Yoga Karaka planet for you guys, meaning a planet that is very beneficial and very auspicious, and it will transit to your 8th house. So it might try to give you sudden unexpected gains that you never saw coming. It can be through your spouse, through inheritance, through your in-laws, through insurance, through your past investments in the stock market. Also, if you're into a research field or any investigation or any occult type of field, then this transit will largely benefit you. Also, Mars will be aspecting your 11th house, and that aspect will fall on the neutral sign Taurus. But Taurus is a natural sign of wealth, and so is the 11th house. So you might start seeing gains from multiple sources of income. Your social network will start increasing. You might get a salary hike in your current job. Your bosses and co-workers will start applauding and respecting your hard work and effort that you have been putting in. Your relationship with your elder siblings might also improve, and there might be a lot of harmony and peace in your relationship. From the 8th house, Mars will be aspecting your 2nd house, and that aspect will fall on the friendly sign Leo. Now the 2nd house of wealth is also getting activated. So all these money houses are becoming activated. That is why your bank balance might start increasing. Your savings might start increasing. Just try not to spend unnecessarily. Otherwise, you might face losses because 8th house is also the house of sudden unexpected losses. So try to save each and every penny that comes your way, and it will benefit you in the future. Also, there might be some nice get together with your family members, and you might just have a good fun time going to a nice restaurant or picnic with them. From the 8th house, Mars will also aspect your 3rd house, but that aspect will fall on the enemy sign Virgo. Now that is where you need to be a bit careful. If you do any short distance journey traveling, then try not to speed and drive, or you could get in trouble. Also, be careful in your communication, especially with your younger siblings, because they might misunderstand you. Because Mars might make your communication very to the point and a bit harsh, because Mars is a very cruel and malefic planet as well. So try to be watchful of what you say to anyone so that there are no misunderstandings. Also, you will need to put in a lot of effort, lot of hard work, and then only you will be able to get success in your life. Because when Mars aspects the 3rd house, that is the house of self-effort. So if you do not put in self-effort, then your money flow will also not improve, because self-effort is basically tied to your gains. The more self-effort you put, the more gains will come your way. So overall, Mars transit to the 8th house is definitely not a bad thing, especially it being such a Yoga Karaka planet for my Cancer friends. For my Leo friends, Mars will be transiting to your 7th house. Mars is a Yoga Karaka planet for you guys, meaning a planet that is very beneficial and auspicious because it rules a center and a trine house. So you can expect a lot of passion, a lot of excitement now in your married life. Sparks will fly and love and romance will be in the air. Just try not to be too aggressive with your spouse, or that could lead to arguments because Mars is a fiery planet. It is a harsh planet. So just try to control that fire element. Also, there might be some people who might think of starting a new business. And Mars, being a dynamic planet, might give you some bright ideas. If you're in a business partnership, then your business partner will respect your opinions. They will be amazed by the leadership skills that you portray. And if you're running a business, then your revenues might also start jumping. From the 7th house, Mars will be aspecting your 10th house. And that will fall on the neutral sign Taurus. So that is going to be a wonderful aspect because Mars is a Yoga Karaka planet. So it will give you progress in your career as well. If you have not had any significant progress so far, things might start changing. You might experience a sudden shift in momentum. Things might suddenly start looking up for you. If you don't have a job, then if you keep giving interviews, then you might be very successful in landing a new job. Those people already employed in a good job might get a possible bonus or a promotion, or maybe the transfer that they desire. From the 7th house, Mars will be aspecting your 1st house. That will be on your ascendant, the Lagna, which is Leo itself. And that will be a very friendly sign for Mars. So your leadership skills will start shining. You will be like the king that you are, as the symbol of Leo is the lion. So you will appear like the lion in its truest form. You will be filled with courage. You will be filled with vision. Everyone will start respecting you. Your aura will be magnetic. Your charisma will be through the roof. And you will command attention of each and every person that you interact with. You will be able to lead large groups of people. Your destiny will become stronger. Your luck will start improving. Your health, your vitality will become robust. So overall, a very good aspect on your Lagna. Just try to control your temper and try not to get too angry. As I said before, Mars is a harsh and cruel planet. So just try to control that fire element. From your 7th house, Mars will be aspecting your 2nd house as well. But that aspect will fall on the enemy sign, Virgo. So that is where you need to be slightly careful, is with your bank balance, is with your savings. Try not to spend money unnecessarily, or you could get into losses. So try to save as much money as possible. Try not to invest in risky things. Try not to get into arguments with your family members. But other than that, overall, the transit of Mars is looking very strong for my Leo friends. For my Virgo friends, Mars will be transiting to your 6th house, which is considered to be a good transit because a malefic planet usually does well in a malefic house such as the 6th. So now, since Mars is a significator of loans, if you had taken any loans in the past, then slowly you might be able to start repaying those. But now would not be the time to take on more loans, or you might not be able to repay those. Your daily work life routine will improve. You will become very dynamic. You will become very passionate about your daily work routine. And you will be filled with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of happiness. And you will become very goal oriented. You will be able to slowly defeat your enemies and come out on top over the competition. And no one will be able to face you, because Mars in the sixth house helps to defeat enemies. You become very powerful. From the sixth house, Mars will be aspecting your ninth house, and that aspect will be on the neutral sign Taurus. So, those students wanting to pursue higher education in a foreign land, things are looking bright for them. They might suddenly get accepted into the college that they desire. And those students who have not applied yet, now would be a good time to start applying for admissions. Also, some people might become very spiritual or religious oriented, because the ninth house is the final house of the Dharma Trikonas. Some people might become very duty oriented, following the path of Dharma, doing one's duty, and that will largely benefit them. From the sixth house, Mars will directly aspect your 12th house, but that aspect will fall on the friendly sign Leo. So now would be the perfect time for those students already pursuing higher education in a foreign land, like a master's or a PhD, to get good academic progress. Those people wanting to relocate to a foreign country for their job or with their family, things are looking more auspicious. There might be some more expenses on the card, but they might be for something that you enjoy, for something that you desire. It can be either for education, it can be for shopping, it can be for your job, it can be for just traveling for vacation, because the aspect of Mars will be on the very friendly sign Leo. So the expenses won't be towards something that you really don't enjoy. From the sixth house, Mars' final aspect will fall on your Lagna, on the sign Virgo itself. Now that is where you need to be careful, because Mars considers Mercury, which rules Virgo, as an enemy. So Virgo is not a good sign for Mars to aspect. Try to be watchful of your health. Try to not ignore any health issues. Try to watch what you say before you say those words, or some people might take you the wrong way. Try not to get into arguments with anyone. Try to watch your temper, because the fire element will be increased due to this aspect of Mars on your Lagna. So, doing yoga, meditation, all these things will be very beneficial. But overall, the transit of Mars is looking strong in your sixth house. For my Libra friends, Mars will be transiting to your fifth house. Fifth house is a very auspicious and trine house, so you can expect good results. If you had made any investments in the stock market in the past, slowly you might start seeing some good returns. Your thinking ability will be sharp. You might be able to make sound decisions. Also, if you have any children, then your relationship with them will improve. You might go on a nice fun outing with them. Also, Mars from the fifth house will aspect your eighth house, but that aspect will fall on the neutral sign Taurus. Since Taurus is the natural sign of wealth and eighth house is the house of sudden unexpected gains in life, there is no denying that you might suddenly get a cash flow of money that you had never imagined. It could be through your spouse, through your in-laws, through your past investments, through inheritance, through insurance, something you had just never thought about. But 8th house is the house of sudden unexpected losses as well. So just try to be a bit careful. Try not to be greedy and not to again invest in something risky, or you might lose that money. Also, try to be careful when driving a vehicle. Do not speed and drive, or that could get you in trouble, because the 8th house is the house of major accidents. From the 5th house, Mars will be directly aspecting the 11th house, and that aspect will fall on the friendly sign Leo. So, you might get gains from multiple sources of income. Your respect and your aura will start increasing. Your social network will start supporting you more. Your relationship with your elder siblings will start to improve. Your long-term wishes, your long-term goals and desires will slowly start getting fulfilled. This is a beautiful aspect on the 11th house because it is one of the most auspicious houses, and that aspect is falling on the friendly sign Leo. Finally, Mars will also aspect your 12th house, and that aspect will fall on the enemy sign Virgo. So try to be a bit careful with your expenses. Do not spend too much money unnecessarily, or that could cause you a lot of losses. Be a bit careful in long distance journeys, like going on a vacation to a foreign country. Just try to be careful with that, and if you can delay it a bit, then it will largely benefit you. Also, do not avoid any health issues around this time, because 12th house is related to hospitalization as well. So overall, the transit of Mars to your 5th house is looking good for the most part. For my Scorpio friends, Mars is the ruler of your sign and it will transit to the Kendrastan, which is the 4th house. Since Mars is a natural significator of real estate, you might start thinking about buying a new house. And you might think about buying brand new furniture to decorate your new house. Or you might even start thinking about selling your house to make a profit. Those people who have a business of buying and selling vehicles, they will also largely benefit. Also, those students pursuing bachelor's or high school, like primary education, they will have a lot of good academic progress. Your relationship with your mother will start improving. Your stress levels will start going down. You will start feeling more peaceful. You will start feeling more relaxed. From the 4th house, Mars will be aspecting your 7th house, and that aspect will fall on the neutral sign Taurus. So, although the aspect of Mars is not bad on the 7th, try to not get into arguments with your spouse, because Mars is a very cruel and harsh planet. There is a lot of fire element. So try not to be too aggressive with your spouse, or that could lead to issues. But if you're respectful and kind, then you will experience a lot of passion, a lot of love and romance in your married life. Also, if you're running your own business, then you might start seeing some profits, because Taurus is the natural sign of wealth and 7th house is the house of business. So your revenue might start increasing. If you are in a business partnership, your business partner will start respecting your decisions. You will appear to be very dynamic and you will portray a lot of great leadership skills and you will make some sound business decisions. From your 4th house, Mars will directly aspect your 10th house, but that aspect will fall on the friendly sign Leo. So now you might start seeing some great progress in your career. If you had experienced a slowdown, then things will start to pick up again. You might get a bonus, a salary increment, or even a promotion. Your co-workers and bosses will start applauding you for your hard work and effort. Also, those people unemployed, I recommend keep applying to jobs, keep giving interviews, do not give up, and you might get a wonderful job due to this friendly aspect of Mars on the 10th house. And you will become very dynamic, you will become very passionate about your work, and that is what will help you achieve success. From the 4th house, finally Mars will aspect your 11th house. But that aspect will fall on the enemy sign Virgo. Now that is where you need to be slightly careful, is in your relationship with your elder siblings. Try not to get into arguments with them. Try not to get into arguments with your friends or your social circle, or they can take you the wrong way. Slowly your dreams and wishes will start getting fulfilled, but they will take time. Do not think everything will happen all of a sudden, because the enemy aspect of Mars will be on your 11th house. So you will be able to achieve your goals, but do not be impatient. Have a lot of patience, take your time, keep working hard, and you will see the excellent results. But do not ever give up. This transit of Mars is looking to be excellent for my Scorpio friends, and I wish you all the best. For my Sagittarius friends, Mars will be transiting to your 3rd house, in the house of self-effort and courage, which Mars is a natural significator of. So you will be very courageous. You will start making bold decisions, and you will now not back down from anything. You will be a force to be reckoned with, and you will appear like a leader. Your communication skills will be very powerful. Your voice will be heard. Those who had dismissed you earlier, now they will start respecting you more. Short distance journeys might start benefiting you. Your younger siblings will start respecting and paying more attention to you. They will also support you in your decisions. Also, some people might start a new fitness program, which might help them feel better and get them to feel more energetic. From the 3rd house, Mars will also aspect your 6th house, and that aspect will fall on the sign Taurus, which is a neutral sign. Since Mars is a natural significator of loans, you might be able to start repaying any loans you had taken in the past. Your everyday work-life routine will improve, and you will feel very dynamic. You will have a lot of passion, and you will enjoy working each and every day. Your competitors will now not be able to face you anymore. You will be able to rise over your competition and defeat your enemies. Also, if any health issues were bothering you in the past, slowly you might start recovering from those, and you might get the right treatment. From the 3rd house, Mars will directly aspect your 9th house, and that aspect will fall on the friendly sign Leo. So you might become interested in religion or spirituality, because 9th house is the highest of the dharma trikonas. You might become very duty oriented. You might now stop thinking about materialistic pursuits, and you might start thinking more about connecting with your inner self. Also, those students studying in a foreign land, pursuing their master's or PhD program, they will make excellent academic progress. Also, those students wanting to pursue higher education, now would be a good time to start applying for such programs. Your luck and destiny will start getting stronger. From the 3rd house, finally Mars will aspect your 10th house. but that aspect will fall on the enemy sign Virgo. So try to be a bit careful in your career. Try to not get into arguments with your bosses or your colleagues, or that might get you in trouble. Try to just stay focused in your work. Try to be just determined to achieve your goals and objectives, and make sure that nothing distracts you from that. If you're applying to jobs, then try to be a bit more patient. The hard work you put in now will help you to get a good job in the coming months. But now is the time to be a bit cautious in your workplace and try not to make any sudden changes. But overall, this transit of Mars to your third house is looking excellent. For my Capricorn friends, Mars will be transiting to your second house in the house of wealth, the Dhanastan. And Mars, as you know, is the ruler of your house of gains, the Labhastan. So, it is a beautiful combination for your finances. Your money flow will start to improve. Your bank balance, your savings will slowly and steadily start rising. You might spend a lot of happy moments with your family members. You might eat a lot of good food and just have a fun time. Your communication skills will also be very powerful. You will be very charismatic and a magnetic type of personality. From your second house, Mars will be aspecting your fifth house, and that will fall on the neutral sign Taurus. So if you had made any investments in the stock market in the past, you might now start seeing some gains. If you have any children, your relationship with your children will start improving. If you are in the teaching field, then your students will start applauding and respecting you more, and they will praise your teaching ability, your teaching skills. Your thinking ability will also become very strong. You will be able to make some sound decisions for your life. Also, from the second house, Mars will also be aspecting your eighth house. And that aspect will fall on the friendly sign Leo. So, you might get some sudden unexpected gains you had never imagined. It could be through your spouse, through your in-laws, through inheritance, through your past investments, through the stock market. Something you had just never dreamed of. Because 8th house is the house of sudden unexpected gains in life. But just try to be a bit careful because it is the house of sudden unexpected losses as well. So try to save as much money as possible and try to avoid spending unnecessarily. Also be a bit careful with driving a vehicle because 8th house is related to accidents. If you are into a research field or any investigation or any occult type of field, then this aspect will largely benefit you. You might even become more religious because the 8th house is the house of Moksha Trikona. So you will start thinking about things other than materialistic desires, and that will be largely beneficial. Also, finally, Mars will aspect your 9th house, but that aspect will fall on the enemy sign Virgo. So try to be a bit careful in decisions that you make purely based on luck, because your luck factor will be slightly low, as the 9th house is the house of destiny and luck. So if you have to make any decisions, make it based on your hard work and effort and not purely on luck, as it will not support you. Also be careful in your relationship with your father. Try not to get into arguments with him, or that could lead to misunderstandings. Also, those students who are pursuing their higher education, especially in a foreign land such as master's or PhD, you will need to put in a lot of hard work and effort during this time to be able to achieve good academic progress. But if you put in the hard work and effort, you can surely achieve good success. So overall, this transit of Mars to your second house of wealth is looking to be excellent. So I wish you all the best. For my Aquarius friends, Mars will be transiting to your Lagna in the first house itself. And Mars, being a naturally fiery planet, will bring out the fire in you. You will become dominant, aggressive. You will start displaying your hidden potential talent. Your leadership skills will start to shine, and you will be able to lead large groups of people. Those who had dismissed you earlier will start saluting you and respecting you more. Also, your vitality, your health will become more robust. You will start feeling more energetic, more passionate. And now you will start making bold decisions. You will become very courageous and you will now not back down from anything. From the first house, Mars will also aspect your fourth house, and that aspect will fall on the natural sign of wealth, which is Taurus. So, since Mars is a significator of real estate, you might think of buying a new house or decorating your house with brand new luxury furniture. Some people might even think of selling their house. Those people employed in the real estate business, those people who are running a business of buying and selling vehicles, you will largely benefit from this aspect. Your relationship with your mother will largely improve. Your stress levels will go down. Those students pursuing bachelor's or high school will get excellent academic progress and will do fairly well in their examinations. From the first house, Mars will directly aspect your seventh house, and that aspect will fall on the friendly sign Leo. So for those people who have been in long-term relationship and want to take it to the next level, there is a high chance that you might get married. Wedding bells might start ringing. Some people might start thinking about starting their own new business, like a startup. Those people already running a business, you might experience a lot of good progress and your business might start expanding. You might start generating more revenue. If you're in a business partnership, your business partner will admire your leadership qualities. They will admire your sound decisions that you make. And they will be impressed with the way you are running the business. Just be a bit careful of your temper and try not to get into arguments because Mars will be in your Lagna and it will aspect your seventh house of business. So, since Mars is such a hasty and fiery planet, try not to make any decisions in haste and try not to lose your temper. From the first house, finally, Mars will also aspect your eighth house. But that aspect will fall on the enemy sign Virgo. That is where you need to be slightly careful because 8th house is a malefic house. So be careful when driving a vehicle. Do not speed and drive. Do not ignore any health issues because 8th house is the house of accidents. It is the house of terminal diseases. So try not to ignore these issues. Do not invest in risky things such as the stock market or lottery or gambling because 8th house is the house of sudden unexpected losses. So try to be a bit careful in some of those areas. But other than that, the transit of Mars is going to bring quite the relief and you're going to experience a lot of progress. So I wish you all the... For my Pisces friends, Mars will be transiting to your 12th house. And since Mars is the natural friend of the ruler of your sign Jupiter, it will try to do good for you. There might be some expenses on the card, but it might go towards something that you enjoy, like maybe going for a vacation to a foreign country. There might be some relocation on the card for some people in regards to their job, education, or with their family. Also, 12th house is related to sleep. So if you're suffering from insomnia or sleep disorders, then slowly you might start to have better quality of sleep. Also, 12th house is the final house of moksha trikona. So you might become more spiritual or more religious, and you might stop thinking much about materialistic desires, which will largely benefit you. From the 12th house, Mars will aspect your third house, and that aspect will be on the neutral sign Taurus. Mars is the natural significator of the third house, so your communication skills will become very powerful. You will speak less, but those few words will have an impact. You will be very courageous. You will put in a lot of self-effort and hard work, which will help you to achieve your goals, your objectives, your ambitions. Short distance journeys might start benefiting you. Your younger siblings will start supporting and respecting you more. From the 12th house, Mars will aspect your 6th house, and that aspect will fall on the friendly sign Leo. If you are suffering from any health issues in the past, slowly you might start recovering from those. If you had taken any loans in the past, slowly you might be able to repay those loans. Your everyday work-life routine will improve. You will feel dynamic. You will feel a lot of passion and enthusiasm for working in your daily routine job. And you will get a lot of happiness and satisfaction out of that. Also, if any enemies were bothering you, then they will not be able to bother you anymore. You will be able to rise over your competition. You will be able to defeat your enemies. Also, from the 12th house, the final aspect of Mars will be on your 7th house. But that aspect will be on the enemy sign Virgo. That is where you need to be a bit careful, because Mars considers Mercury, that rules Virgo, as a natural enemy. So try to be careful in your married life. Do not get into arguments with your spouse, or that could even lead to separation or divorce. Do not get into arguments with your business partner, or that could lead to dissolution of your business. Try not to be too aggressive, because Mars is a fiery planet, so it will try to bring out the fire element, and you need to control your temper. So if you take some care and precaution in these areas, then overall the transit of Mars will be beneficial for you. I wish you all the best, and I hope you use that to your advantage.